Good morning. This is your 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. Starting to see some additional cloud cover that has moved in the area, mainly some low clouds. Around 3,000 feet have moved in, but still seeing plenty of high cloud out there as well. If we take a look at the local radar, still seeing a few showers just off the coast, mainly east of the area. Not expecting any significant impact from these as they continue to track south, but we'll continue with a very slight chance of a shower popping up in the vicinity as we go through at least the first part of the day today. If we look at the current surface analysis, we still have that high pressure and control over the eastern part of the country. We're going to see that slowly start to lift off to the northeast, as off the southeast coast we'll start to see and that area of low pressure we've been mentioning develop and start coming together along this boundary here. And then that will be lifting north into the Carolinas and into our region, bringing some rain as well as some windy and messy conditions, particularly as we get late Friday into the overnight through Saturday. Looking at the upper level winds from this morning, we have some fairly light winds in the lower levels. We're seeing winds out of the northeast and north, and then becoming more westerly as we get up in the mid levels. Seeing that peak wind up to 32 knots at 16,000 feet, but overall not too strong of winds through the column. Our freezing level today is at 14,200 feet. Looking at the current visible satellite, we can see the lower level clouds associated with some net shower activity off the coast, as well as some streaming in the local area on here. But the big picture here, just a lot of high cloud that's continuing to stream through the area, and expecting those high clouds to stick around as we go through the day and continue to increase as we go through the overnight and into tomorrow as that system starts to come together and approach the area. We look at the European model here to see how things play out for the weekend. Again, expecting dry conditions today, just a very slight chance of a shower popping up in the vicinity. Things continuing dry as we go through the overnight. Again, expecting an increase in clouds, and as that system starts to organize a bit better, we'll see that pressure gradient tightening, and we'll see those onshore winds start to pick up a bit, becoming slightly breezy as we start today on Friday, and then those will continue to increase as we go through today, becoming breezy to windy by the time we get later in the day, seeing those peak gusts up in around 35 miles per hour as we get in the later part of the day. We'll see a slight chance of a few isolated showers swinging through, but the chances really start to increase as we get mainly towards the end of the workday and into the evening hours, and then we'll see showers becoming likely as we go through the overnight. We'll also see those winds continuing to increase as we go through the overnight. Likely seeing our strongest winds as we go a few hours just before sunrise on Saturday to a few hours just after, as we see this first band of rain shower activity moving through. We'll see potentially some heavy rain embedded within that as those showers move through, and again those stronger winds really cranking up, and a slight chance of some embedded thunderstorms as well. As we get through Saturday, we'll continue to see rain showers around, and with that potential for heavy rain. We'll see those stronger winds earlier, still remaining strong through the entire day, but not quite up to that peak around 40 to 50 knots during the later part of the day. That will mainly be earlier in the day. And we could see some brief scatteredness to the showers, as we're seeing some indications of maybe a dry slot moving into the area during the middle part of the day, where we'll see likely just showers become more scattered, but still nonetheless we'll continue with shower chances, particularly as this center starts to move closer to the area, keeping things unsettled as we go through the overnight. And then going into Sunday, we'll start to see that the center of that area of low pressure pass just to the north, and that we should start to see things dry out as we go through the day Sunday, with some rain chances, particularly in the morning, but can't rule out those continuing as we go through the rest of Sunday, as we see here that area of low pressure still lingers just off to the north and northeast, and that could provide enough support of a few showers swinging through the area as far into Monday, but it looks like a very low chance of that happening on Monday, so most of the activity should be wrapped up as we go through the weekend hours. Going into next week, again Monday, expecting mainly dry conditions as that disturbed weather kind of stays mostly off the coast, and we should see dry conditions as we go through Tuesday as well, with some disagreement with the modeling as right now as we get to the middle of the week. As you can see, the European model here has dry conditions. GFS model is showing some precip moving into the area late on Wednesday and into Thursday, so still quite a bit of different disagreement with the modeling as we get through the extended forecast. So looking at the 24-hour weather risk chart for today, we did have that yellow chance for precip this morning, mainly with those showers just off the coast. It looks like we'll be clear of those while still lingering out there this morning. We'll continue with that very slight chance of an isolated shower popping up as we go through the first part of the day, mainly into the middle afternoon time frame. We'll continue with some increased low clouds as we get in the later part of the day too, and we should see some of those low clouds decrease a bit as we go through the overnight, but keeping high clouds around, remaining mostly cloudy as we go through the overnight into Friday. Again, seeing those temperatures up to around 77 degrees for our high today. We'll see a slight breeze out of the east-northeast to east, around 8 to 13 knots. That will weaken a bit, and then we'll start to see that increasing coming out of the northeast at 9 to 14 knots, gusting up to 19 as we start today on Friday. We'll see temperatures lowering down to around 64 degrees for Friday morning, but setting up for our last nice day of the week before we start to get into a more unsettled weather pattern. Tides are running normal at the moment, and Friday we'll see mostly cloudy, overcast conditions. Again, starting off with a slight chance of an isolated shower through the day, and then we'll see those chances increasing, becoming likely by the evening time frame. So we do have that red risk for precip, mainly later on. And then we'll also see those breezy to windy conditions. Again, for Friday, expecting gusts up to around 35 miles per hour. Do have that red risk for winds that are above 25 knots, likely seeing a wind advisory. We also have a yellow risk for those reduced ceilings and visibilities with the chance of those showers and storms moving through, particularly later as we start to see some more heavier showers moving into the area. So we go through the overnight Friday. That's when the bulk of the heavier precip will be moving through the area. We'll have that slight chance of an embedded thunderstorm, so red for precip once again with the yellow risk for lightning in the area. And that lightning threat will be more so as we approach that sunrise time frame, similarly to when we'll see those strongest winds. So we'll see windy conditions throughout the evening, but we'll see those peak gusts up to 40 to 50 miles per hour again, mainly in those hours leading up to sunrise. But our low temperature would be around 65 degrees, continuing with the red risk for winds at or above 25 knots, as well as an orange risk for those reduced ceilings of visibility as we start to see some stronger to heavier rain showers moving through the area. Rain showers continue as we go through Saturday. Again, the chance of an embedded thunderstorm, slightly better chance during the daytime hours on Saturday of seeing some lightning in the area. Once again, that threat for some heavier rain at times, and we'll see windy conditions continuing. Again, those peak gusts up to 40 to 50 miles per hour. I think those will likely be in the earlier hours, but still remaining strong as we go through the day on Saturday. Continue with those similar risk colors for our Saturday that we see Friday evening, and then we'll see our high temperature around 75 degrees. Looking at the extended forecast, we continue with slowly diminishing rain chances as we go through the day Sunday. Better chance during the overnight into Sunday morning, around 50% chance, and then dropping off to around 30% chance of any possible lingering showers in the area. But we'll see another breezy day for Sunday, not quite as bad as what we see Friday night into Saturday, but still on the breezy side. We'll see our low around 63 and then a high around 73. And then going into Monday and Tuesday, expecting dry conditions at this time. Still seeing, again, some variability in the modeling out that far, so could see this forecast change a bit over the coming days, but expecting a mostly cloudy and slightly breezy day for Monday. We'll see a low around 61 and a high of 74. Similar conditions, not quite as breezy on Tuesday, but partly to mostly cloudy. We'll see a low around 62 and a high once again around 74. And then similar temperatures with a low around 61 and a high around 72 for Wednesday. But we'll see mostly cloudy conditions continue, but we do pick up that slight chance of some rain during the PM hours. Looking at about 20% chance right now, but again, still seeing quite a bit of variability with the modeling as we get into that time frame. Well, that will wrap up the 10 a.m. daily weather briefing. We'll be back again tomorrow at 8:15 and 10 a.m. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your day.